The appraisal process isn't designed to root out and expose weaknesses. What we're looking to do is to help appraisees to build on their existing strengths and to develop in terms of confidence, skills, and approach. A good appraisal is a two-way process and a valuable opportunity for you to grow as a manager and also as a way to communicate your organization's purpose and strategy and the vital role that each person plays within the team. The key question to ask is, what impact do I want the appraisal conversation to have, and how do I want my team to feel afterwards? Effective and engaging appraisals are based on good ongoing relationships. So although they usually take place once a year, either linked to an organization planning cycle or around the date someone joined your organization, these annual conversations should always be backed up by regular one-to-one meetings and ongoing conversations throughout the year. For an appraisal to be successful, preparation is key. Start your preparation by re-familiarizing yourself with your appraisee's job description and the notes you've taken during one-to-one sessions. You might look back over the year and highlight the things that they have learned and any improvements that they've made, as positive feedback can be very powerful. During this process, it's important to consider what your workplace might look and feel like from your appraisee's point of view, in terms of their gender, ethnicity, age, or disability, and also in terms of where they are in their career, their everyday lived experience, and their history within the NHS. Before the appraisal is due, explain what to expect and let them know that the conversation will be about their development and well-being. You might ask them to set aside some time to answer some key questions beforehand. When scheduling the conversation itself, give them ample time to gather notes, feedback, and certificates, and look to find a date in which both of you can focus for as long as you need to. Having time to think opens the door to creative solutions. Not all development opportunities, for example, will be based on qualifications and courses. Having already considered what options are available for shadowing, apprenticeships, or secondments that could be a good fit is a great way to show your employee that their development is important to you, and for them to bring valuable skills and learning into your team when they return. Checking in and setting the right tone. There will be an appraisal form that you can use as a guide, but your role will be to build on this suggested structure in order to create an open and honest two-way conversation. Choices we make about what is discussed or emphasized can make the difference between a team that is motivated and engaged and one that feels underappreciated and unable to move forward. Start by asking them what their experience of the last year has been like in terms of health, well-being, and work-life balance. Ask about what they've learned and what we can do to make challenging times less difficult. Ask them to talk about their proudest moments and the things they've struggled with or found frustrating. Find out what a good day feels like and what you can do to make them happen more often. Listen and be supportive. And if it's needed, signpost them to any help that is available. Rating performance. As part of their appraisal, you will need to rate their overall performance and how they've met last year's objectives. The ratings you give are not a score, but are intended to be used as an honest starting point to build from. As managers, we want to find out how we can best support people to achieve more, rather than punish them for not already coming up to scratch. Research shows that appraisals focused on fixing weaknesses improve staff ratings by 12%, while those that focus on making the most of strengths improve them by 36%. This is 3 times more effective. Yet emphasizing weaknesses over strengths is a very common appraiser mistake. It can be extremely dispiriting for our appraisee, for example, if when they have met 8 out of 10 of their objectives, we only focus on the 2 that they didn't. Allowable weaknesses are things that, while they might not excel at, don't directly impact how effective they are in their role. Some people are naturally great with people but bad with numbers, while others are fantastic organisers but find it hard when things change unexpectedly. Brilliant creative thinkers might not be the greatest at gathering evidence or writing up reports, and that's okay. Objective setting. A key element of the discussion will be about objective setting. These are a powerful tool to translate organizational strategy into real-world individual and team activity. By setting objectives that enable our team to use their most relevant strengths more often and minimize the effect of their most allowable weaknesses, we can naturally build teams where people of all shapes and sizes can be happy. Teams that know what they are good at, can use those strengths to cover each other's weaknesses, and are able to support and enable each other to get the job done. Rather than cramming square pegs into round holes, we reshape the hole and make their role a better fit for them. Objective setting can begin with some key questions, like do they want to deepen their expertise in a chosen specialism, or are they looking to get a broader understanding by taking on some new skills? Good objectives will give people focus and provide a clear list of what they will be held accountable for. They should stretch, motivate, and crucially play to people's existing strengths. They should also be SMART, by which we mean specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. For each objective, consider 3 things: process, progress, and outcome. The level to which people set their own objectives will depend on the person. For someone less experienced, we might adopt a coaching or mentoring role and offer additional direction on how to get the job done. If someone is competent, committed, and knows what they're being asked to do, we can let them decide on their own process and progress, but still have them check in with us during one-to-one meetings. Identifying development opportunities. In order to achieve their goals and objectives, they may need some additional support or learning, and this is where development comes in. In addition to the traditional PDP plans, training, and qualifications, there is plenty of room for some creative thinking. So, when putting together a plan for the year ahead, look out for some innovative ways in which they can gain experience and knowledge. Developing and building on existing strengths works best, but try not to choose too many strengths to develop at once, as development requires focus as well as resources. During the appraisal, giving and receiving feedback. The last part of the appraisal is for feedback in both directions. Encourage them to talk about your performance as a manager with open-ended questions. Listen, and then thank them for sharing. With your own feedback, keep it specific, appropriate, and helpful. You are on solid ground when you back it up with evidence based on personal experience. Make sure it's not all negative, and be open-minded, as they may well have achieved some things outside of their objectives. And if they can't see where they have gone above and beyond, let them know that you do. After the appraisal. Appraisals are not a one-off process. One-to-one meetings, conversations, and team meetings can all provide opportunities to check in and see how people are doing. The act of regularly giving and asking for feedback on how we are doing is also a great way for you to keep their support a priority and to keep us all on track with our professional, team, and organizational objectives. After all, a lot can happen in a year as external developments create new organizational priorities and change the team's objectives. One-to-one meetings allow us to be flexible with our objectives and to ensure that people are still happy and still have what they need to achieve their goals.